So you join me here at the Fyri Resort in Norway, and myself and Liga actually jumped on a plane to Oslo airport a couple of days ago, got on a coach and had a stunning 4-hour trip on some incredible Nordic roads. And we're here, we arrived at Hemsedal, and this is going to be our home for the next 3 days. And I think you'll agree, it's a pretty awesome place to spend the next 72 hours. We've got lots of adventures planned, from Salomon shoe demos to trail talks and movie screenings. But the main event happens at Saturday, 10 AM, when myself and Liga are going to be taking on the Fyri Trail 29K, which is actually the Nordic Final of the awesome Salomon Golden Trail series. And I dare say all the flags and banners behind me probably gave that away. The route looks amazing, some rugged terrain, stream crossings, and 1,400 meters of elevation. So we are super excited to take it on. But first things first, it's breakfast time in Norway. So we're going to get inside, grab some food, and then we'll start today's adventures. As we walked into the Fyri Resort, we were greeted with a very impressive looking lobby entrance, which had a very cozy vibe to it. A large centerpiece open fireplace flickered away, stunning views of the surrounding mountains out of the large windows, and some very interesting local games to play. Once breakfast had been eaten, we got changed and headed out to find the Salomon shoe testing area. Once there, we realised that there was a plethora of different models of trail running shoes from the Salomon brand. So we had a good look around and picked out a pair of shoes each that we were going to be taking out for a test run. Okay, so breakfast has been eaten, and it was a lovely breakfast, that's for sure. But myself and Liga are out on our first run in Norway, heading up this climb, getting in some elevation for the first time since Chamonix and Switzerland. So you can actually sort of book a package to come out for the race, and it's all based around the Fyri Resort. So you can stay for 4 nights, and there's lots of activities on as they build up to the race day on Saturday. And we are currently out testing some Salomon shoes. So obviously the Golden Trail series is supported by Salomon, so they've got lots of demo shoes. So myself and Liga have put on a pair of their S-Lab Genesis. First time Liga's ever running it. I've obviously tested it on the channel before, but what do you think, Liga?
Yeah, they're really comfy, aren't they?
Yeah, comfy shoe.
Yeah, really stable.
Yeah, really stable.
So far so good.
Yeah, fits well though, feels good.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah, awesome.
Which is nice, because usually I find Salomon shoes quite narrow for my foot shape.
Yeah, this does have it does have a bit more width in the toe box.
Yeah.
But we're just going to do a steady sort of 5k. Obviously, we've got the race tomorrow, so we don't want to overdo it, but we thought it'd be good to shake the legs out, because we haven't done a lot of running since we got back. So always good to go for a run pre-race, get the legs loosened up, and then we'll be raring to go tomorrow at 10 o'clock. We've seen on the Fyri Trail Golden Trail Series race, they have some really funny signs around the course, and this must be one of them. Right, so that is the first shoe demo done of our stay at the Fyri Resort. So we're in the Salomon S-Lab Genesis. I've run it before. Liga's first run. What do you think when it comes to the fit of the shoe?
They fit really well. They're the widest Salomon shoe I've run in, so they felt good.
Felt good, because you've had problems with width in Salomon shoes before, so that was a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Comfort, underfoot?
The further I ran, the better it felt as well, so that's good.
Yeah, it is one of those shoes. The more time you spend in it, it seems to get more comfortable as you go. And what about connection and ground feel?
You could really feel everything in you.
Yeah, so it gives you good connection.
Yeah.
Felt nice and stable.
Yeah, definitely
So,
stable.
A big thumbs up?
A big thumbs up.
Right, nice one. So first shoe demo done. Let's get inside, we'll have a shower and see what's coming up next. Maybe a spot of lunch, we'll see. What a beautiful place to run though. Looking forward to Saturday at 10 o'clock, that's for sure. We had worked up a bit of an appetite in the morning and lunchtime soon came around. So we headed back into the stunning restaurant for some tasty local cuisine. Next on our to-do list was to pop over to the race office so that we could pick up our race numbers and timing chips for tomorrow. Once that was done, we headed back to our rooms and put on our bright green fluffy dressing gowns and headed down to the Fyri Pool Club because we had heard that they had a sauna and a relaxing pool area which we thought would be perfect preparation for tomorrow's race. Evening came and it was time for all the runners staying at the hotel to gather for a detailed race briefing, whether you were running the 18k, the 29k or the 56k ultra. Once all the information had been given out and processed, it was getting pretty late, so it was time for bed after an awesome but a busy day at the Fyri Resort. The alarms went off in the morning and it was time to get our race numbers on, lace up our trail shoes, put on our hydration vests, fill up our soft flasks and head out of the room so that we could get outside and take our place on the Fyri Trail 29k start line.
7, 6, 5, 4,
Here we go.
2, 1, shoot! Go ahead!
We're off! Let's go! We are off and on the 29 kilometers of the Fyri Trail. We're joined by 450 other runners. We've got some incredible weather as we head out from the resort. It's going to be spectacular out on the trails. It's autumn time and the colour of the leaves on the trees are changing, so it's going to be epic out on the route. The profile, we got a nice flat run out and then we hit the big climb which will take us up to the top, and it's going to be some pretty spectacular views from up there. Lots of support as we leave. It's going to be a great day on the trails. Let's go, Liga.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're just coming up to 3 miles into the run and we've had a lovely bit of flat, runnable trail there to get the legs nice and loose, warm up, nice bit of gravel path, but now the trail has started to kick up. So I think this is the beginning of the main climb, the big climb up to the top. It's going to be quite steep and quite a long climb, but we should be ready for it after all our time in Chamonix in Switzerland. So let's see how it goes. So with the race being the final of the Nordic Golden Trail series, there's obviously some speedy runners here who took off like a bullet at the start line, but they've also got challenges along the way. So this is Queen of the Hill. So the fastest time up this hill wins a cash prize. I don't think I'm going to go for it today. I think I'll leave it to someone else to take that money, but let's see how steep this hill is. So beautiful trail so far in the woods here. I was right, it's pretty steep. It's also a bit more technical than I thought. A lot of roots, a lot of water as well. It's pretty wet, pretty muddy and quite slippy. So luckily there's a lot of runners here. We've gone into a single track, so it has slowed the pace down a little bit. So we're taking it nice and easy up this first climb. But yeah, what a beautiful day. So lucky with the weather. We started off this big climb in the shade of the mountain, so there was a lot of moisture around and the vegetation was very lush. So lots of bright green moss clinging to all the big rocks. But the higher we climbed, the views just got more and more spectacular, and we soon saw the first glimpses of the sun poking over the top of the mountain, which was a lovely sight. We continued to push up. Some of the sections were incredibly steep, but there was lots of runners around us and the atmosphere was really positive, which doesn't really come as a surprise when you're running in such a spectacular place. So we couldn't help but think how lucky we were to get the opportunity to run on these beautiful Norwegian trails. There you're going for it. She's going for the Queen of the Hill. Dip for the line. Have we won it? Have we won Queen of the Hill? No? Oh, damn it. Damn it, we weren't quick enough. But I tell you what we are doing. We are winning at life because the weather is incredible. We've just got to the summit of the first big climb and it is mega up here. The views back down into the valley, amazing. First checkpoint, you can hear the drum and bass in the background. We're going to top up our bottles, grab something to eat, and then we'll be on our way. But first climb done, Liga.
Yeah, it's great.
Get in. Let's have a race. There you go. I've got something for you. There you go. Okay, so a quick stop there. Filled up our bottles, grabbed a bit of flapjack and some chewy sweets, and we are on our way. How you feeling, Liga?
Loving life.
Yeah.
I feel good. Everything looks good. It's great.
Legs are strong from Chamonix.
Yeah.
But it really is spectacular. I mean, the views are, I mean, it's just so different from where we've been in Switzerland and in France. We're kind of saying it's like sort of Dartmoor on steroids. So it's very sort of UK-like underfoot. Conditions are a bit muddy, a bit wet. Lots of mossy rock, but obviously we've got a lot more elevation and some bigger mountains, but epic scenery. Right, I think we're going up again. We're not quite at the top of the summit. We better keep our eyes open. Apparently this is troll country, so we're on guard. Okay, me and my false summit. So now we are at the top of the first big climb. So the checkpoint was just before this. So we've done 5.5 miles with about 2,500 feet of elevation. And we are getting to see Hemsedal in Norway in all its stunning glory today. This is an incredible place. I don't think I've been anywhere like it. It's so different to Chamonix, Switzerland. And like I say, it is very similar to Dartmoor underfoot, but you're obviously surrounded by all these mega mountains. We've got lakes as far as the eye can see. Amazing. There's even snow on the peaks behind the camera. Mega. What a day out. And boy, have the weather gods shined down on us, right? I better go and catch Liga up. She's flying, feeling strong, moving well.
Out of my mind, how could I be so blind? How could I not see? Awake on the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong. Guess your love is strong for him. Why would it not?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
He's always there for.
They had me worried for a minute, but obviously that was another funny side. So 8 miles in, Liga. How's it going? How's the body feeling?
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah?
I feel strong. Obviously it's tougher now
Yeah.
because we're still going up.
Second big climb.
But I feel good.
You're moving well.
Yeah, just enjoying the surroundings.
What do you think of the views?
It's just amazing.
It is one of the most spectacular race routes I think we've ever run, you know, because it's so different to anything we've run before.
Yeah.
But you're moving well, come on. I think you're not doing yourself a justice there. That CCC strength is still in your legs.
Yeah.
You know, you're moving well, you're picking people off. That's all you can do.
You knocked me down, swept my feet off the ground, left me on the floor. resist, got me looking like this, like no one before. 'Cause I must be strong, 'cause this might go on for long. 'Cause I was wrong, and he's always there for you.
Just ticked over 10 miles. We've got some proper moorland running here, tussocky, boggy, trying not to lose our shoes, getting them sucked off our feet. And we are coming up to the infamous stream crossing. So we were warned about this in the briefing. Apparently the rocks are very slippy, but we've been lucky because they haven't had much rain. The water level is low, whereas in previous years it's been really high. I think they actually had a couple of runners washed away by the stream, so hopefully that isn't going to happen today, but we're going to take it easy, take it careful.
We're blessed the last 13 kilometers.
Yeah,
so
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Well, all I can say is, yeah, the rocks are slippy, and if this is with the water low, I would hate to steer with the water high. This is sketchy. It's still knee deep. We're nearly there, Liga, we're nearly there, and we've got a couple of ice cubes as feet. Very good. Well, if your feet were painful before, at least you can't feel them now. Okay, we navigated that safely, we're in one piece, so that's the tricky section out of the way. And like I say, 10 miles down, 3 hours ticked off, so we're on the homeward stretch. So after crossing that real boggy section, the route has really opened up. They've got some lovely running here. It is so like being home in Cornwall, so like being on Dartmoor, you know. If I didn't know I'd flown out to Norway, I would think I was on Dartmoor. But just epic, epic views all around. And it's nice to up the pace a bit and get some running done after those pretty technical, tricky sections. And it really is a route that's got pretty much a bit of everything as we go across another stream crossing. Yeah, amazing. Whoop. And off we go again. We're also picking up the 18k runners and the ultra distance runners. So there's actually 3 distances on at the Fyri Trail. So 18k, our race is 29k, and then I think the ultras are 52k or 53k. So we've literally got a stream of runners ahead of us as far as the eye can see. And we're just running across this awesome plateau. The route continued to be a bit more runnable compared to a lot of the trails that we had been on earlier, so we kept that pace going as long as we could. We then came across a building that had been set amongst these big rocks, which did slow us down a bit as we kind of picked our way through. We then crossed a small stream where runners were making the most of it, filling up their bottles, before we came to the last sting in the tail of the race. A very steep, short, sharp climb, and when I say steep, there were sections on this climb where we were almost on our hands and knees, and it was more like rock climbing than trail running. But once we'd made it up to the summit, we saw the very welcoming sight of the final checkpoint. That is it, through the last checkpoint, super quick. Grab something salty, some nice salty crisps, so tasty. Topped up our bottles, we're a bit low on water. That's it, that's all the climbing done. And we are heading for the Salomon archway. And what they got here, so they had the Queen of the Hill at the start, and now we've got the Master of Disaster. So basically a cash prize for whoever can get down the descent to the finish line in the quickest time. So me and Liga are going to go for it. We're going to see what we get with. No, we're not really. We're just going to have a nice steady run down and admire these beautiful views. It's all the climbing done, Liga. As we make our way down the last bit of the final descent, Liga is flying. This is the best I've ever seen you run down here. You are bombing. You want to get this done, that's for sure. Yeah. So we can hear the finish line from here. Not much further to go. And what a trail we have just run on. Literally, it's got everything. Super challenging technical sections, some nice flowy trails, epic views, steep climbs, steep descents. You know, it's just been incredible. What a day on the trails. But I think it's about time to get to that finish line, isn't it? Yeah. Thank you.
The first is the two purposes. Also not service, the purposes.
Liga Lloyd, hello! It's good to meet you.
Liga and Lloyd.
Come on!
And from Danny.
Great running. Great running. So we've both collected our lovely wooden medal, and it was great to high-five the race organiser, Jonas, at the finish line there. We've had a great but challenging day out on the trails. We've loved every minute of it, really.
It was so much fun, so much fun. There's a couple of bits that was like obstacle, wasn't it?
Quite challenging coming down to the finish line, but it was just all great fun and such a spectacular route. So that is the Fyri Trail 29k done. It really was a fantastic atmosphere at the finish line, and all the runners stayed around cheering people home and high-fiving them as they made their way to the finish line. And this was all accompanied by some banging tunes coming from a DJ situated on the balcony of the Fyri Resort. Has to be one of the best finish lines I've ever crossed, and Jonas, the race director, and his team really have done an incredible job, and I personally think they've created a very unique kind of trail running event, and we'd both had a great day out on the stunning trails of Hemsedal. After the race, and we are leaving Norway, unfortunately, but we've had a fantastic 4 days. Enjoyed it, Liga?
Really enjoyed it. Everything was great. Atmosphere was great. Trails were great. We were so lucky with the weather.
Oh,
it was brilliant.
So lucky with the weather. But yeah, the resort, the Fyri Resort, has been amazing. Incredible room to stay in. The food has been lovely, and just lovely people all round. And as far as the race yesterday, well, we really got to see Norway in all its glory. Tough, challenging 29k, but the route was amazing. The trails were incredible. You know, it really blew our minds.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Legs may be a little bit sore today, but you know, it was worth all the effort.
They're okay.
Yeah. So I've got to say a massive thanks to Jonas for inviting us out to the Fyri Trail 29k. Somewhere we'll definitely return one day. We'll definitely come back to Norway and do more running. But hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you have, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. We'll be back on the channel very soon, but we better go and catch our bus and get back to Cornwall. And as always, guys, stay safe and keep on running. So we have both collected our rather lovely wooden mail. That's the outtake done. So we both collected our lovely wooden medal.